So my 7-year-old is autistic, and when she was going through the process of being evaluated originally, a very good family member, an awesome family member recommended that I start putting everything together in a file. Her evaluation, anything I was concerned about, her IEP, and that turned into this binder. Well, the thing is I need to add the stuff from this year into this binder, but also I need a new binder. Let's take care of that. I'm going to show you how to do this, how I did it, and I'm going to show you all the things that you need, including the $5 download that I have on my site for creating your own autism binder, because I think it's really important to have these things, not just for your records, but for your child in the future. When I first shared this on TikTok, this concept, I had so many autistic adults that said one of two things to me. They either said, oh my gosh, I wish that my parents had done this for me. They just threw out all of my stuff. They didn't keep any of it. It would have been so nice to know all of the things that I was getting as accommodations when I was in school, because I could have carried those over into my adult life, and I really would have found that super helpful. So that was the first thing. The second thing that people said to me was I had that as a kid. Like, my parents gave this to me and it was life-changing. So my goal is to be the second parent, and we're going to reorganize this, do a different binder, throw this one away, and add the new stuff from this year. So there are multiple sections within this binder, and in the download I talk about all of the different things that you want to put in each section. I go into serious detail, but high level, there's the signs, symptoms, documentation. So especially if you're going into an evaluation with your child or even yourself, I personally found it was super helpful to have a list of all of the signs and symptoms that I could then hand my daughter's evaluators and her doctors. And it's a lot harder to brush those things off when they're all written down and sitting in front of you, as opposed to the 15 minutes a pediatrician spends with your child. Obviously, a team that is doing an evaluation for autism is going to spend a lot more time than that with your child, but they still only spend up to 3 days with them. It's not every single minute like you do. So after that, there is the evaluation section, and that is obviously where you put all of the evaluations. So if your child has a medical evaluation, if they have a school evaluation, you put them all in there. There's a therapy section where you can put any information about their therapies. There is a section in here for red flags. So if you're concerned about certain things come up during therapies or during the evaluation that you would like to address with providers in the future, you can put those in there as well. There is a section for IEPs, ISPs, 504s. So that's the actual accommodations that your child will receive while at school. And then there's the additional resources section, which I have added a bunch of information of other creators and resources that I have found that have been super useful, but you can also put your own resources in there if it's the things that you get from the providers that do the evaluation, from the pediatrician that refers them. Anything that you might need to put in there, you can put in that section as well. Like I said, it had been a minute since I had done this, and also the old binder fell apart. So it was really good for me to go back through and sort through everything and make sure that everything was in the right section of the binder. I do have a lot of paperwork that is in the IEP, ISP 504 section, because I've put every single IEP she's ever had, along with all of the updates that we've ever been given. I think that I'm going to take the updates out and just put the IEP from the beginning of the year and her progress for that year in here, because otherwise I'm going to have 10 binders by the time she's out of school. You can find the $5 download for this on my site, and I've also linked all of the materials you need to do this binder there as well as on my LTK and Amazon storefront.